Good day, it's February 26, 2024. The Senate advances aid bill without border provisions in a 67-32 vote. This aid bill includes aid bill to Israel, Taiwan, and Ukraine. Welcome to this edition of The Pulse. I'm Sarah Obal.
And I'm Sam Buban. Welcome to The Pulse.
The next step for this aid is to get to President Biden's desk. It's still a long way to go. It cleared its first hurdle in a live news feed from the NBC News, saying that the next step is that Republicans trying to figure out what amendments they want as part of this process in order to pass on that 67-32 votes in order to move on to a final vote. According to Sahil Kapoor of NBC News, Senator Rand Paul has insisted that he would use all the tools he got to block this, not to grant consent. So it is likely just a matter of time. Another possibility is that if Republicans still do not come to an agreement amongst themselves on which amendments to offer, and this process could still collapse. There are ways this gets to the Senate. This shows that getting through at least the Senate, according to Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, this is a good step, as this bill would be good for U.S. national security. As for the House, Speaker Mike Johnson would like to see individual aid bills being passed in the House as he talks about what could be complicated getting this broader aid package through, as the House seems like the single biggest hurdle to passing this foreign aid supplement through, and this continues to be the case. Speaker Mike Johnson has not explicitly ruled out supporting or allowing a vote on what the Senate does because he has said he is going to wait to see what the Senate passes before making a definite solution. He waits to tackle these issues individually as the House struggled in passing a stand-alone Israel aid bill, and he has not allowed a bill at all in Ukraine aid bill. They will force a vote to oust him if he allows that aid bill to come up in any manner. This has given them a lot of pressure. As for Senator Lindsay Graham, according to the NBC News, he said that even if the Senate passes the foreign aid package, it is going nowhere in the House. His solution gives security measures in it. This is what Republicans demanded at the outset, while Democrats agreed to some point, and Republicans saying that it is good enough. This is an endless cycle. On the other hand, let's talk on the political gift to President Biden if they had gotten a deal on the border. It seems that they are concerned as politics will overshadow an issue like abortion. But for now, the House Republicans are doing the bidding for Donald Trump, who just wants chaos, so he can just use the situation for his campaign. Several political analysts commented that in spite of the border crisis and national security crisis for what is going on in Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan, Speaker Mike Johnson placed on the House on a 2-week recess and sent members home. House Speaker Johnson has been dubbed by as many as the weakest House Speaker in history. We are going on a commercial break. Please stay with us.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
Welcome back to The Pulse. In our international news, Russian dissident Alexei Navalny died in a Siberian prison 40 miles north of the Arctic Circle. Many in the Western world says that he was murdered in prison by order of President Putin. Navalny was considered the #1 dissident in Russia against the Putin regime. He started as a blogger criticizing the corruption and the ineptitude of Putin and his circle for the country, and had organized nationwide rallies and strike that was heavy-handedly suppressed by Putin's regime. When he was in Britain, they tried to assassinate him by poisoning, but survived. That caused the British government to impose sanctions on Russia. Navalny chose to return home to Russia to remain a giant symbol for the Russian people's opposition to Putin. He was arrested and tried for treason and sentenced to 19 years, and was harshly imprisoned in northern Siberia, where Navalny spent most of his incarceration time in a punishment cell where temperatures are mostly at minus 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Navalny, a hero of the people of Russia, is survived by his wife and children. His wife had asked the Putin regime to release the body to the family for burial. The Putin government has not yet responded to the request.
Leaders of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives, like Jim Jordan and James Comer, continue to humiliate themselves before the country over their impeachment investigation on Joe Biden. The two who chairs the Justice Committee and House Oversight Committee has been leading and selling to the public that Joe Biden is involved in bribery with the Ukrainian gas company Burisma, with what they perceived as a damning evidence, came out to be a total hoax perpetrated by the Russian intelligence. Last week, one of their star witness, an FBI informant supposed to be the source of a report about Biden, alleged corruption, was indicted by the Justice Department based on a special counsel, David Weiss, investigation that all these information were lies and made up. Alexander Smirnov, the former FBI informant, was charged with the crime of lying and misleading the government, was arrested in Las Vegas, Nevada. Prosecutors had asked the court that his 2 passports be surrendered to the court, as he is a flight risk. This is more than 1 year of needless investigation by the Republicans in the House, has been a debunked theory of alleged corruption by President Joe Biden and his son, Hunter Biden. Republican Congressman from Colorado, Ken Buck, told multiple media last week that his colleagues in the House were warned already that their evidence were bogus, and that the FBI already had the evidence that the source of the documents were part of a Russian disinformation and destabilization campaign.
From abroad, according to BBC News, Polish farmers are protesting about cheap Ukrainian grain flooding the market, as well as EU pesticide and fertilizers violating Polish laws. Tractors flying Polish flags stopped road and major junctions in around 200 sites. Blockades are also in place at some border crossings with Ukraine. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky described the protests as a daily erosion of solidarity with Ukraine. He stated that the protests were about politics rather than grain because only 51% of our agricultural exports go through Polish border. Social media footage purported to show grain spilling over rail track from the freight wagon at Medica crossing. Vasyl Zivarishk, Ukraine's ambassador to Poland, claimed the spilled grain was Ukrainian and denounced the action. Mr. Zivarishk said on X, formerly Twitter, that the police should take decisive action and prosecute people who infringe the law. It is also a lack of appreciation for Ukrainian farmers' efforts in the face of Russian aggression against them and others. Shame and disgrace, gentlemen. Alexander Kubravkov, Ukraine's deputy prime minister, described the incident as a political provocation aimed at dividing our nation. Ukrainian truckers threatened to react by blocking Polish drivers at 3 border crossings. Following months of protest, there were long lines of trucks at various border crossings. Clearing customs at these crossings now takes almost 2 weeks. Polish protest organizers are calling for an important embargo on Ukrainian agricultural products, as well as the removal of fertilizers and pesticide restrictions under the EU Green Deal. Polish dealers purchased the inexpensive Ukrainian grain, but a lack of port infrastructure meant that much of it remained in Poland rather than being transferred to other countries.
In El Salvador, Bukele's party has won a supermajority in Congress after a lengthy vote count, according to the Associated Press. Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele and his New Ideas Party have secured the supermajority required in Congress to govern as he sees fit, election officials confirmed on Monday. The announcement follows a lengthy vote counting procedure that has enraged electoral watchdogs and the country's small opposition who claim anomalies. Bukele easily won re-election on February 4th with a 84.7% vote. It remained unclear whether Bukele's New Ideas Party would be as successful as legislative elections. On Monday, officials revealed that New Ideas had won 54 out of 60 congressional seats. Allied parties won 3 more seats. Despite not knowing the final results, the leader declared victory in the president and Congress on the night of the election, claiming El Salvador has broken all the records of all democracies in the entire history of the world. Never has a project won with the number of votes we have won today. Bukele said in a statement, "It is literally the highest percentage in all history." Now that the vote has been validated, the supermajority effectively gives the self-proclaimed world's coolest dictator even greater influence over all 3 arms of government. The 42-year-old leader is extremely popular in El Salvador because of his war on the country's gangs, which has resulted in a significant decrease in bloodshed. But Bukele has also been accused of undemocratic actions, including as implementing an electoral reform that critics claim stacked the vote in favor of his New Ideas Party, notably in legislative and local elections. Last year, Congress implemented electoral reforms that cut the number of seats in the unicameral parliament from 84 to 60, which is likely to benefit New Ideas. Eduardo Escobar, a lawyer with the nonpartisan organization Citizen Action, adding that before the election, Bukele would have to rely on backing from affiliated parties. We are going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we will be joined here at the studios with Sharifa Wahab, who is running for the Nevada State Assembly, District 35, so stay with us.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
Welcome back to the polls. With us now is Sharifa Wahab, who is running for Nevada Assembly District 35. Sharifa, welcome to the polls.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure. Please tell our viewers about yourself first.
Thank you so much, Sam.
My pleasure.
My name is Sharifa Wahab. I migrated in 1995 to United States. My background, I'm a dentist by trade, and also I founder of the 2 nonprofit and part of the several member of nonprofits in the state of Nevada. Also, I'm fluently speaking 6 languages.
Wow.
And I have my goals is to learn Spanish and French too. That's my bucket list. And I'm a single mother, grandmother, With it, actually, I have one granddaughter and 3 kids, and 3 beautiful children, one my boy and 2 girls.
Uh-huh. Mm. Well, Dr. Wahab, where exactly is Assembly District 35?
The Assembly District 35 is starting from Hualapai in the west side, and the east is around the 15 and Dean Martin.
Yes.
From the north side is around the Silverado Drive, and is all the way in the south is Cactus and Southern Highland.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Edge is part of it.
No, but Fort Apache is not, right?
Yeah,
All the
Hualapai,
way
Fort
to-
Apache, Blue Diamond,
Oh, okay.
Mountain Edge, Cactus, and Southern Highland. They're all part of my district.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Has there been change in boundaries and voter demographic in our new Assembly District 35 compared to the one in 2022 election?
As of 2023, the information is 56% white, 20% Asian, 8% African American, and 16% is others.
This is a good mix demographics there.
Of course,
you know?
yeah, it is.
What policy issues you want to address if you're elected to the State Assembly? Any particulars or any specific, policies that you want addressed or you want to represent when you are in the State Assembly?
I want to focus in my district. For example, elderly need care what they deserve. Kids, new generation deserve the good education.
Yes, yes.
Also, healthcare, mental health, as everybody, the healthcare is for everyone, for all. That's the focusing, and also just the safety.
Yes.
Our community safety is really important for us. So we can, when you go after work, is tired, you sleep really peaceful.
Yes,
everybody's
yes.
think about that. We are think about it, what we have.
That is actually a very. Those are the main among the main popular issues with the Democrats and the Democratic voters. Things that they care about, like education, healthcare, and there was even now like a poll or a survey came out that more than 56% now of Americans agree that Obamacare was good,
Yeah.
and before it was like a 50-50, that the Obamacare was unpopular, but more and more people in different states now see that the benefits of Obamacare, especially to the middle class and lower middle class population, had and it really helped the community,
Yeah.
even in red states, Republican held states. Oh, what sort of nonprofits have you been involved in with or been involved with, Sharifa?
We do a lot. For example, we feeding homeless.
Oh,
Every 2 Monday on the month, because their food is time exhausting and they don't have anything. That's why we go provide them food, clothing, hygiene. Also, we do the eyeglass screening for the people cannot afford it and they don't have insurance, like a vision insurance. We provide them the pre-screening. We going to the community.
Wow.
We said where they need, underserved. We go over there and pre-screening. If we see they need it, we give them the application. They fill it out, and then the second role is going to be for the doctor to do the
That's
screening and
wonderful.
provide them glasses. Also, if they have a cataracts, they cannot, it's really expensive. We will do the surgery for them with no
Oh,
cost for
wow.
them. Also, if we couldn't do it in here, we will send them in the headquarters in California.
That's really nice.
And we just diabetic screening, foot screening, and BP screening. Those is the one we provide, and also in the winter time we provide them the blanket or some other warm clothes, jacket and this stuff for those homelesses. They're not homeless by choice.
Yes.
But it's happened, and we would love to helping them.
Well, I'll give you the last 1 or 2 minutes to address your potential voters. What would you like to say to them?
I just want to asking to our community to come and vote for us, Sharifa for Nevada. I represent you, and as a business owner, I just want to take their feedback, what they think about it. As a community, I want to think about you, or I need your feedback. I will come and personally speak with you guys, and I need your vote. And with all, as a person, I am like you guys, I'm one of you, and we all get together and help each other and just create some safe environment for our community. And the elderly, what they deserve, we can help them. And I need your vote, your volunteer. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This is Sharifa Wahab for Assembly District 35. Thank you.
On a personal note, I've seen Sharifa been involved in many Asian community undertakings. I've seen her in several of our Filipino-American events, the Asian and Pacific Islander events. She's very involved. So just, that was my personal experience with her. Well, Dr. Sharifa Wahab, we truly appreciate you for taking the time to be here on our show. Good luck to your race. We're out of time for this edition. Please join us again next time here at The Pulse. I'm Sam Buban.
And I'm Sarah Obal. God bless your week.
Enjoy Film TV Network on KGNG 26.8 Las Vegas and www.filmtv.us. Search for and download Film TV Network in Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Download the WCE TV app from smartphones and search for Film TV.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
We use headphones as a part of our everyday lives. Whether we're at work, getting exercise, meditating, in transit, studying, practicing, or relaxing.
Hi, I'm Ryan Sway, the founder of Aircom. I would like to introduce the world's first wireless airflow audio earbuds. As a festival and a concert junkie, I really enjoy the live experience of being there and feeling the music. When we started developing Airflow, our goal was to reproduce that live experience using earbuds.
The problem with traditional headphones is that the speakers are located inside of the earpiece, literally giving you centimeters before the audio hits your eardrum.
What Aircom is doing, they're the first company to actually address the fact that there needs to be a space involved associated with having the sound waves expand fully.
The difference between traditional headphones and Aircom audio is that the air tube gives you 8 times more space, allowing the sound waves to fully develop before they actually hit your eardrums. And this gives it a much more live, natural sound, just like in a recording studio.
It's real nice that someone actually addressed the physics associated with how sound comes out.
The challenge we had was to create an earbud with enough airspace for the sound to fully develop and breathe. Unfortunately, traditional earbuds are about the size of a jelly bean, and there's just not enough airspace. However, that changed when we developed Airflow Audio. Airflow uses an air tube to deliver 6 to 8 times more airspace than traditional earbuds. The end result is a true live listening experience, just like you're at a festival or a concert. We also added magnets to the back of the earpieces so you can wear it around your neck when you're not using it.
Being that the drivers are 8 inches from the earpiece, the magnets do not affect the integrity of the sound at all.
The orange line represents the frequency transmitting through the wire to the speaker, which then converts to the blue sound wave that develops more as it travels up the air tube, producing a balanced, full body and live listening experience.
Another really cool feature is that these earbuds are sweat-proof and water-resistant because they're coated with a super hydrophobic nanotechnology. So now you can be on a skateboard or riding a motorcycle and listen to music as if you were watching a live show or actually in a recording studio.
We're coming to you for help in bringing these unparalleled earbuds to market.